If you're looking for a laugh while cleaning a roof, got to kill some time making windows sublime, you got the right plan with Ryan and Dan. Welcome to the Uncleanables Podcast.
Welcome back to another episode of the Uncleanables Podcast. We are nearing episode 100.
Yeah.
I think we uploaded episode 80 went live today. 81 is scheduled. That's
Yeah,
the
we
lead
got all
prior.
the guest episodes, didn't we?
That's
Yeah.
that will already been out by the time this one comes out.
Yeah.
Hopefully we've got all the guest episodes. Yeah, hopefully. You alright?
Yeah, I just know that it's going to be so audio.
No, it's not going to be any
Audible.
audio at all. Turn
not
it back
think?
on and we're going to freeze to death.
Okay. Do you not want to cuddle for warmth?
Mate, you do this every time we have that fan on. Do you remember?
Welcome everyone to another episode of the Uncleanables Podcast.
Are we just ignoring my intro?
Yeah,
now,
no,
Yeah.
mate, it was all
you
right.
do autistic turn off the fan and then we just delete my one.
Mate, how's your week been?
I've not lost the will to live yet, so like that's a win.
Are we getting there?
Because we're book working, I can see into the future. I reckon I've got another 2 good weeks in me before it all just goes.
Just smiling for another 2 weeks.
Yeah, so like I'm really happy with how Elliot's performing, but there's the inevitable. He's not cleaned the window properly. Customers complained. We've got to go back and re-clean. That's happened a couple of times. So 2 out of like however many we've done, 100, is not bad at all.
No, not at all.
But we're so busy that logistically getting back to jobs is a nightmare.
Does that impact his wages?
Not at the moment.
He's only in probation still, isn't he?
Yeah,
Still
so this month, it's not a full month because we've got the expo, I had a funeral, so we're just sort of doing this month, because he wasn't meant to start until April anyway. So we're just doing this month as like make sure he's happy, make sure I'm happy. I am happy at the moment, to be fair.
Is he happy?
I think so. He's like so much better now than he was when he started. And after we addressed the problems we had, I don't think it was an issue with. It wasn't so much an issue of his cleaning. It was more probably the way that I'd showed him to do it. So I'm going to take a little bit of responsibility. But
What, showing him how to wash windows?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you just splash and dash, didn't you?
well, I don't get callbacks, so.
I've actually seen you sometimes in the summer. You actually clean them from the van with a super soaker. Just pump it up and just spray it.
I'll just turn the pump up to 100, hold the hose.
You just do a drive-by.
Yeah.
Like turn the hose on its side.
But yeah, it's we haven't had any complaints from Friday, which is nice.
That's good.
It got rectified. So Friday just kicked the living shit out of me.
Really?
So we had like 10 first cleans Friday, and annoyingly, when you're growing, you've got to service multiple areas on the same day, because it doesn't always, like, you can't just wait until you're next in not as popular area to fit people in. So we had like 6 jobs in one area, 6 jobs in another area, then 2 jobs in the final area, and one of the jobs in the final area was an existing customer, patio clean, grass clean, so it's a slightly bigger job. Out of those first 12 jobs, I think 10 of them were first cleans. 8 of them were like the worst windows.
Grimy and
like
green.
just so caked.
It's amazing how green UPVC gets, isn't it?
But like sometimes when you're adding a lot of customers, like obviously some of them are going to be bad, and they're taking advantage of the fact that you're not asking questions and you just turn up and clean them. But some of them like have, had a window cleaner that's not been turning up, or have been cleaning them themselves, and they've got, to a certain age where they don't want to do it anymore. So some of them are like not that dirty.
Yeah.
So you turn up and you think,
Beautiful,
am
yeah.
I at the right house?
Slip straight in and away you go, yeah. Not that way.
Yeah.
Like straight into the cleaning, bruv. Crikey. Get your head out of the gutters, lads.
But some of them, like the last one we done yesterday, the second from last one, the house looked abandoned. I am hoping to God that those customers have only just moved in. What worried me was there was Christmas decorations up, like like fairy lights on the outside of the house.
Yeah.
And I thought, if you've been here since Christmas and your gaff still looks like this, God help you.
Problem of running over it.
The house had such potential, like really nice sized house, fairly good sized garden, like balcony at the back, but it was just decrepit. Is that the right word?
Dilapidated.
Yeah, just disgusting. It just wasn't. Oh, this is definitely shrunk, bro. This t-shirt. Sorry.
No, you're just putting it on.
No, I'm not. It's fucking.
Well, you just can't leave the cake alone, bruv.
It was just the worst clean.
Does it ever frustrate you when you pull up to a house and you're like, bruv, just paint the fence? Do you know what I mean? Like when you pull up and it's like he'll have 5 or 6 fence panels that look lovely and he's replaced one and it's like, it's odd. Do you ever pull up and think, mate, just paint it? That's giving me anxiety.
Yeah, when of them's broken. And,
it's little things like that, and I'm like, mate, why don't you just get that changed?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's it was just that day. It's Friday, end of the week. Just every job you turned up to was like another little kick in the bollocks.
On top of a busy old week as well.
And it was a busy day as well. Like even for the fact that there was a lot of first cleans, it was like 13 window cleans and a patio and a grass clean. So it was a fairly busy day, full stop. And then you add on the travel and the fact that some of these jobs were just rancid.
It's interesting. There's got to be a point where there's always a point in life where just before you do something to change to make your life easier, there's a point you're stretched to your limit.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So like at the minute you're stretched to your limit until Elliot goes out on his own.
That is how I feel.
And no, but that is I think that's totally understandable.
Yeah, and I'm pushing the limit because I want to try and take advantage of
having a member of staff.
And
also you've got to pay him.
And I can't, at the moment, I can't afford to get him a van. So it's like, we need to make sure we're hitting as much money every day as humanly possible. We've got a couple of days coming up that are like good money, but we're going to be done by lunchtime.
Yeah.
And because of how busy it's been, I'm not going to put any more work on those days.
Yeah, just have an easy one.
So like I've picked up a load of hypo last week. Half of that's gone already.
Yeah.
Another half of the half that's left is, on order from people that I'm waiting to collect. So I've got like 2 barrels of hypo again.
Yeah.
So I need a day to go pick up some more hypo. The unit is, you saw it, you've just got it.
Yeah.
It's an absolute bomb site.
Looks like someone's thrown a frag in the door.
Yeah, it
ran.
is. But we've just got so much going on.
No, mate.
I've been trying to finish work early to come down here and tidy. And it was like, I built the shelving out there to take the shit off the floor. And I just haven't had time to take the shit off the floor and put it on the shelving. And it's like, I'm trying to be
proactive.
I'm trying to be like organised and proactive. I'm trying to be a good dad and a good husband. So I'm like after this, I'm like, I've got another couple of hours in me. It's daylight still, but I know if I don't go home, I'm going to get moaned at.
It's not that. It's that you have to kind of like. I'm missing a family lunch now.
Quid's in, mate.
Yeah, like, do you know what I mean? Like, I've got to act unhappy. No. I'm missing a family lunch here, but it's just the way it goes. It's just the way it goes. It's just like I've had a mental week. But anyway, follow on about your week. But yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm just to say like I'll probably need at least half a day tomorrow. But I just don't want it. I don't want to do it,
mate. It
I want a day off.
It burns you out, bro. It does. It really does. Are you juggling leads and follow-ups, or maybe you just want to accept a booking online?
ECLM is the ultimate done-for-you booking and marketing system built by external cleaners for external cleaners.
Inquiries can easily get a quote and book your services online.
Our automated system follows up with unbooked leads, helps get reviews from completed jobs, and integrates seamlessly with your website.
Our custom landing pages and dedicated Google ad management help your business get found online.
Plus, if you're using Facebook ads, our WhatsApp automation automatically books people in and sends them quotes 24/7.
ECLM will help you generate more customers by spending less time on admin.
ECLM is going to be at the Cleaning Expo on the 28th and 29th of March on stand 38, where you can find out some more information. But if you want to book a free 45-minute demo call, click the link in the description below. Now, back to the podcast.
Like, because I know I've got so much to do, when I have a day off, you almost feel a bit guilty, didn't you? But, like, I can't complain. We're busy.
That's good, mate.
It's going well. The bills are paid. What more can you ask for?
Mate, that's the main thing.
What about you, son? How's your week been?
Yeah, it's been alright. I done 2 of the biggest pressure washing jobs I've ever done in my life.
Back to back, wasn't
Back
it?
to back.
Yeah.
I literally went from one to the other. And I'll never do it again. One was over 400 square metres. Mate, it was giant. It was giant. No, I ended up doing probably close to 500 square metres on one house.
Yeah.
And the reason being is because, believe it or not, I actually washed artificial grass.
Did you?
So I had my turbo out, and there was just like these pine needles everywhere. And I cleaned up. There was a beautiful, like a recess where there's like a swinging set. And you know what it's like when you got your pressure washer? You just hit the furniture, didn't you? Because the transformation's awesome. So I've hit all the furniture, free of charge, obviously. Then the fences was all green. I was like, I hit them. They were like plastic fence. They weren't timber.
Yeah.
And then as I'm cleaned up the thingy, I just wanted to like salt because there was all pine needles everywhere. So I thought, well, the pressure, not pressure as in like holding it like an inch from it, but literally just the stream of water,
Yeah,
the pressure
just
would blow it all
enough
away, like
yeah.
a blower. And I'd done it, and it was like unbelievably cleaner. And then I showed her, she made me a cup of tea, and I showed her, and I said, look how clean the grass is. She went, do you mind just hitting it? And I went, do you know what? I said, I was just going to do it for the video. I said, it just looks incredible. Ended up doing all the grass as well. But like, the problem is like the drainage and shit like that, and it just ends up, you end up almost wasting 2 hours in the day just trying to wait for the drainage.
Yeah.
And so anyway, I'd done that one, enormous job, and wrapped that up, and then drove to another one I was going to do, and the other one was about 250.
Okay, so it's like...
But mate, it was still big, and it was like one half of it was block paving, the other half of it I think was limestone. And I tell you what, like, mate, I'm a worry guts at the best of times, but I was just like pulling my hair out with this limestone. I think I was underpowered. I've turned the dial down so much that I don't want to etch it, but I think there's so much speculation on it, right? So the woman comes out and I'm like, do you know what stone it is? And she said no. So I said, right, okay, I spoke to you about it, didn't I? I think it's limestone. Right, alarm bells ring because obviously you don't want to damage it. So then I turned the pressure down and I've cleaned it, and it was filthy. It was absolutely filthy, right? And I've cleaned it and it looks unbelievable. But you know what our eyes are like? We can pick up everything. And I thought to myself, this is so patchy. So I went over it again with a bit more pressure. And the first bit I'd done with a bit more pressure, cleaned up amazing. The second bit was still patchy. And I was like, I'm on the verge now of etching it. I don't want to go any higher on the pressure. I thought I'd let it dry. And it dried all right. It dried all right. She was over the moon, and I explained to her this, that and the other. And then she said, look, the fella that laid it, I weren't really too keen on him. And I said, right, what is it? And she went, I think it's Indian sandstone. And I was like, well, that's different now, isn't it, from what you said initially? It's not the end of the world.
Just say you don't know what it is, bruv.
But then there was a couple of bits, and I went, look, I said, it might be in the stone. I said, because it's natural, it might be staining, it might be this. I said, we don't know what it looked like. Because it was so dirty, it might have been there before. And obviously I've cleaned it. And then when we was having a cup of tea, I looked on the floor, and there was literally flecks of gold. And I thought, that's funny, I haven't literally looks like a swarf when you use a grinder. And I thought, that's funny. And I went to brush it, and it was on the stone. And I'm sat there thinking, I think this dude's reused stones, you know. He's thrown a couple of old ones in.
Really?
When he laid it, you know when you think like, what is that? And why is it there? Do you know what I mean? And then there was a couple of stones with staining on it.
Or he's got like a couple of damaged ones on the cheap.
Yeah, and he's just like, every 10th one, he's laid a bad one. Because there was a couple of bits, and I was like, listen, it still looks incredible. It's just my eyes, and I pick it up. But yeah, I had help today. She wanted a bit of painting done, gutters emptied, all the rest of it. It was a massive job. And then I'm away on Monday, so now I'm going to push my windows to tomorrow. So
you're going to do windows on a Sunday?
Yes, there's still no rest.
Mate, have you spoken to your customers?
No, I'm gonna.
Yeah.
I've got to, because I've got to get paid for one of them who's waiting for the windows to be done.
Yeah.
Why, do they not normally like Sundays?
No.
Really?
I wouldn't do it, but...
You wouldn't do it because...
You're just going to get so much kickback. Like, bank holidays are bad enough.
Yeah.
Like, you send your texts out, And it's like, I don't do bank holidays, it's just another day for me. But you send your texts out and it's like, oh, you know it's a bank holiday. I'm like, do I work at a bank, big man?
I always found that funny, yeah. But anyway, listen, I can only try. If everyone turns around and says no, it's absolutely fine, because I'll go and just I'll just go and knock that one job out and get paid for it. But man, honestly.
Is that the job you was at today?
Yeah, I said to her, I'm going to do them windows as well. She's already paid me, but then the other one is still waiting for me, because I said, yeah.
Just tidy them up a little bit.
Just tidy them up, yeah, just make sure everything's all right, and then away we go.
Right,
but yeah, mate, so that's what I've been up to.
How many customers you added this week?
Not a lot, big man.
Ooh,
Two.
Since we've not been doing the board, because we're waiting until the expo, I've lost track at how many I've added this week, but we're on 29 for the month.
That's incredible, mate.
And anyone who's eagle-eyed will know whatever I said last week. But it's Saturday. Normally we record on a Monday, don't we? So Saturdays and Sundays are normally quite good for taking on new customers, because I guess people are at home and they're thinking about...
And they're looking at how dirty their windows.
Well, yeah, that as well, yeah. They think about getting stuff done to their house. And I've got a message from... that's a 5-star review, because I get them all the time as well, because I'm sick.
Do you know what? Sorry to interrupt you. Speaking about the raw mail thing and the delivery drops, I found out the other day. I had a day off and I thought I'll just do a load of admin today. So I rung Raw Mail and I was chatting to them. And I won't say which postcode, because obviously people I'll probably be dropping on top of competition, and I don't want to let them know. Like, I'm going to suck all your customers. No, but and I rung up and they was like, look, in this postcode there's 8,000 places, and I said, okay, 8,800.
So they do it, didn't they? They do like the first bit of the postcode and then the number of the second one,
It
right?
depends how deep into the funnel you want to go.
Right.
So you can go SS1, you can go SS11.
Oh, okay, so you can just do SS1.
Yeah,
right.
you can, totally. Obviously,
yeah,
probably, I mean,
mega.
SS1 South End, isn't it? It's probably like
mega,
half a trillion houses. So yeah, so I found out this particular postcode I wanted to hit was 8,500 or 8,800, and I said, how many? I said, how much would that cost? Mate, it was £508 plus VAT.
That's not bad at all.
I think that's incredible. So 8,000 leaflets. So I need to get 8,000 leaflets printed.
And how much is 8,000 leaflets going to cost?
So I was a bit peeved the way it works, because I'm just on the crux of getting the value for money, i.e. the scales of economy. That's my new favourite word. I love using that. So 10,000 is £600. 15,000 is £800.
Yeah.
Plus change, yeah?
Yeah.
So after you start going up, after 10,000, every 1,000 is 40 quid. But up until that, you're paying mega money.
Yeah.
So someone we was talking to sent us an invoice, and he paid £2,200, 2,200 for 60,000.
Yeah.
So now when I said I'm going to be paying 600 for 10,000, it doesn't work out, does it?
No, the more you order, the cheaper it gets.
Yeah, totally. But what I mean is 10,000 is roughly the crux.
Mm-hmm.
So I've finalised the idea. I've got everything wrapped up with the thingy. I'm just waiting for a bit of a payday to come in, which is coming in, and then I'm gonna order it.
Happy days.
And then I'm gonna get that sent out, and then away I go and see.
And what's the time frame on them? What's like how?
I think he said.
Say you had your leaflets today delivered to you. You go down to deliver them to Royal Mail's headquarters or wherever it goes, and then how quickly do they get them out? Do you know?
He said to me, if you get them down to us ASAP, we can get them out either first or second week of March. No, April.
Okay, so like a couple of weeks.
Couple of weeks, yeah. Couple of weeks, and they're out. I mean, ultimately, they've got to turn around quick, otherwise they'd just be swamped, wouldn't they? You think how many leaflets are turning up there? But it'll be interesting to know. I mean, I'll keep an update on it, and I'll let everyone know. And I'll let you know, obviously, when I pull the trigger on it. But it'll be interesting to know out of 8,000.
Yeah, I'd be interested to know, because like statistically, you'd be looking at 8 new customers.
8?
Yeah, there's 1 per 1,000, isn't it?
I thought it was 1.5%, the conversion rate on leaflets.
1 to 2 per 1,000, yeah. But
No. You're talking about one customer. I'm talking about 1%.
yeah.
Mate, what conversion rate are you working on?
So the general rule of thumb is 1 customer per 1,000 leaflets. That's all of the interviews we done. That is what they told us. Yeah, it was
1.5%.
No.
On leaflets?
1 to 1.5 customers per 1,000 leaflets. That's what Ben said.
Was it? I thought you said
Yeah.
1%.
No.
Mate, seriously?
Yeah.
1 customer per 1,000 leaflets?
Yeah, but that's like that one customer. So that's one customer is going to be worth 25 quid a month to you. So that's 250 quid a year. Total 300 quid a year. Times
Mate, this
that by
game's
8.
shit.
Well, times it by 8 and you've got your money back. But then that's not including any
Yeah, but I've got to do his house 8 times.
other services.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, but you're like,
what it is, isn't it?
if you could make money marketing, everyone would be in business, wouldn't they? Like, it doesn't always work like that. Sometimes you've got to front the money for the long-term returns.
It is what it is, yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Like, if you like, Phil was putting out 65,000 leaflets.
So he's going to get 65 customers.
Well, that's the general rule of thumb. It's 1 to 2, so he could get 120, could get 180, but then 30, 40 of them drop off. Like, but the general rule of thumb after everything's happened is around 1 to 1.5 customers.
Well, I
per
need to start
1,000
listening because I thought it was
leaflets.
1%
No.
on leaflets.
But you're not doing leaflets for like the initial return on your investment. You're doing leaflets to solidify yourself in an area.
Yeah, I see what you
So
mean.
you get those leaflets. So say you wanted to hit a new area, you're going to go and deliver a leaflet to every house in that area.
Yeah.
So straight away, it's like, boom, I'm in.
Yeah.
Right? You've got, say you get 8 customers off of your 8,000, well, that's a good half a day's work. So then when you go do those 8 customers on that day, you do half a day, then the other half of that day you can then go and canvas in that area because you're in that
Okay,
area.
but then let's say SS1. What is SS1?
Southend, yeah.
So let's say, no.
Or Shoebury, probably.
All right, so let's go, okay, Shoebury then. Shoebury's not a bad one. Let's say Shoebury, let's say you dropped 8,000 and you got 8 customers in Shoebury, but bearing in mind you're across the whole of Shoebury. So that could be a logistical nightmare, really, couldn't it?
Yeah, Shoebury's not a massive area.
Yeah.
Like as far as the postcode for Shoebury goes. But yeah, I get what you're saying.
Let's say Rayleigh then. Let's say Rayleigh.
So if I've got 2 jobs on either side of Rayleigh, well, it's a 5-minute drive. So it's a big area, but
I suppose it's
compared to like Aylesbury, which is a much bigger like city,
Yeah.
it's not. We're quite fortunate that our areas are quite small.
Quite compact,
So
yeah.
you could do a Hockley and a Rayleigh, 5 to 10 jobs in each area on the same day because you've not got that 20 minutes to the next town
Yeah,
drive.
I see what you mean.
But what is difficult is what I done on Friday was Billericay and Benfleet. So both quite big areas. So you've got that little bit extra 7-8 minute drive sometimes between jobs, as well as a 20-minute drive leaving one area into the next area. So that's a lot more difficult to do. And both of those areas, well, Billericay especially, is a bit more of what you would describe as a bigger area because you've got lots of smaller towns.
Yeah, you have, yeah. I know what you mean.
So you could, so I've got around Billericay, you could effectively break that down into like each little town.
Give me an example then.
I don't know what they're called. There's like, is it Ramsden Heath?
Bellhouse, Ramsden Heath, Stock, things like that.
Yeah. So you could break it down even further so that you know you'll go into that specific area of Billericay rather than doing but I haven't got enough jobs in Billericay to do that. So it's like just plaster as many as you can. But if I was you, once you've got your leaflets paid for and delivered, I would also be running a Facebook ad in the same area.
Yeah,
so
so
that
it's like
people
they
see
see
you twice. They've got your leaflet, then they go on Facebook and they see you, and your van's driving around sign written.
Yeah.
Your conversion rate will be much better.
Yeah, that makes
I
sense.
think.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But it's like the more you spend. So, for example, Phil, who's done the 65,000, was going to be doing the 65,000 leaflets. He's spending around £3,000 a month and adding about 100 new customers.
Is he really?
Yeah. So when you consider,
Mate, that growth is insane.
but that's Facebook, which, as general rule of thumb is, Facebook customers aren't as good as leaflet customers. Though. Leaflet customers are the best customers, which is why they cost more money to achieve. But say your total spend is So say you're looking at 600 quid for your leaflets. Is that right? 10,000?
600 and 500, so 1,100
So 1,100 divided by your 8 customers.
So if I got 8, that's over £100 each.
Yeah, but they're better customers. They're more likely to recommend you. They stick around with you longer because.
Not the way I clean windows.
Yeah, but it's the same. It's not the same. It's similar to the Google, Facebook advertising. So when they've received your leaflet, they've made a conscious decision to pick up the phone and call you or inquire on your website. So it's intent. They've got the intent to sign up as a window cleaning customer. Whereas with Facebook, it's like some people just go, oh, I'll get a price. Or, you know.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Whatever it is, it's not.
And you've paid for that click. Yeah.
And then even if they sign up or they get the quote, so that they've inquired, they get a quote, then you've got a bunch of people that just wanted a quote, a bunch of people that have already got a window cleaner but thought you might be a bit cheaper. There's probably some that you are a little bit cheaper, they just don't say anything, so they sign you up and you'll lose them when someone else cheaper comes along. So that's the customers you're going to get with Facebook, whereas with leaflets, they're a lot stronger.
Gotcha.
But if you can add 10 new customers,
yeah,
you know, £100 each, as long as they stick around for 6 months, you're golden.
Yeah, exactly that. Yeah.
But you might get 20, 30 customers.
But that's how it goes, isn't it?
It depends on, there's a number of factors, isn't there? It's like how many window cleaners are in that area, how many window cleaners are advertising in that area.
So there's a couple of factors. The reason I picked it is because I'm right on the precipice, if that's the right word. I'm right basically on the neck of the bottle of where it is. And it's a real unique, and I say unique, it's the end of the road in Essex basically. Yeah. It's the last stop, so it's quite a funny area, which is why there's only 8,000. It's quite a big postcode and it's obviously small, but I thought to myself, there's really going to be no one there. That's my logic anyway.
Well, hopefully, yeah.
And yeah, if I can scoot around and pick them up, that'd be great.
I've got an area similar to that I think is like a golden opportunity.
Yeah.
It's Canooden. Like, there's actually quite a lot of houses in Canooden, and they're quite close together because it's like in the middle of nowhere, but then all the houses are there. There's a new build estate there now as well.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, what? Where that the tree came down? Do you remember? There was all there was people up it. Do you remember the school?
No, that was
opposite the school.
That was Canooden's in the arse end of nowhere. You wouldn't have been to Canooden unless you specifically went to Canooden. Bro, it's where the Power Ranger is. The Power Ranger dude. That's Rochford.
Are you sure that ain't Canooden?
No, Canooden's like, so you know where the Power Ranger is?
To give you some sort of context, there's a dude we call the Power Ranger. Ryan actually calls him the Power Ranger, and he just does martial arts on the side of the road all day.
He's obviously got something wrong with him.
No, mate, no, he's perfectly normal. He's perfectly normal.
Well, he don't work, so he's getting that disability.
But yeah, so he's there, and if you
you
would know who he is if you've seen him.
He's in Ashenden, Rochford. So as you come through Ashenden towards
Hockley... Are you sure that ain't Canooden, bruv?
Am I fucking speaking French, mate? Is Ashenden, Rochford, Canooden?
I know someone who lives off one of them roads, and I've asked him where he lives, and he's told me Canooden. He openly says he lives in Canooden, and he lives off of one of them roads.
Yeah, so if you fucking listen to me for 1 second, if you come
how many customers?
If you come down Ashenden Road towards Hockley, you know I've got those 2 houses on the corner before we go down to Fanbridge, where we clean the old ferry house.
Yeah.
So the turning before Fanbridge is Canooden Road.
Yeah.
So Canooden starts there, but there's like 10 houses on the whole of Canooden Road until you get to Canooden, like the town Canooden, and there's got to be 1,000 houses in just this. There's a pub there.
What, you're telling me there's like one road in there and one road out?
Oh, let me just show you. Right. Where's Rochford? Right, Rochford.
Yeah.
So this is Hall Road. Yeah, this is Rochford train station. Ashenden Road. All the way along. Right. Then my 2 customers are here.
Yeah.
This is Canooden Road.
Yeah.
Canooden Road goes all the way down there. and then this is Canooden here.
Oh, I didn't even know that was there.
So this is all like farms and shit.
So where's Power Ranger?
Power Rangers on Ashenden Road.
Oh,
this road
so yeah.
Right, and then Canooden's here, like next to Stanbridge.
Mate,
but there's like 1,000 houses there. But I went there. I've got like 2 jobs in Canooden, and I was like, I think this is a golden opportunity.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
But you know, there's just one old boy servicing every property in Canooden.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And like they've all just used him for forever.
That's what I was talking to a window cleaner. Funny enough, my van was leaking water, so I've got a drip on my tank. And a drip driving the van as well. So there's a drip on my tank, and I thought to myself, oh, I'll tighten it. So anyway, what I thought was tightening it, obviously didn't, slid it back in the van. Actually, another window cleaner knocks on my door, said, mate, your tank's leaking. And I was like, what? Yeah, but he was messing around in his car at the time. And we got chatting, and we were just chatting away. Really, really nice fella. I told him to watch the pod. I showed him about the guest episodes, and he was like, oh, I know the people, I've been watching them, but I don't watch the pod. And I said, well, give us a follow. So anyway, if he's watching, shout out to you. And I said to him, oh, like, how many customers? He said, like, over 300. We was like laughing and joking. And I said, how many you got in South Woodham? And he went, no, don't touch it, mate. And I went, really? He went, completely sewn up, done. I said, do you reckon? And he went, yeah. He went, I don't even fight for people here. He went, you know, like, it's just one of them areas where, like, if you, because it's not old, South Woodham's not old.
No.
Right? So if you was one of the first people here, effectively, you can just add to your round. Do you know what I mean? There's going to be established companies here that have been here for
I don't agree with that.
I know you don't, but it makes total sense to me.
Yeah, because you've got that mindset.
Yeah.
But how, like, an area isn't dominated by the same sort of people. So in every area, you're going to get price hunters, you're going to get people that want better service, and you're going to have your loyal ones.
Yeah.
So to say an area is wrapped up is just ridiculous. Like there's a company in Hockley who've got 3 vans on the road.
You just said yourself, Canooden is sewn up by one dude.
Oh, it doesn't mean I'm not going to go market to it.
I'm just saying
like, I think, I think there's probably one or two.
Mate, why's your hand out?
One or two guys.
Yeah, but you might not be as fruitful. I know what you're saying.
Oh, no, mate, but I still think it's a golden nugget.
Totally, mate.
Because it's like, people in Canooden might even think, oh, no one would come out this far. Like, we'll just stick, we're not even happy with the guy we've got, but
he's the only one.
I don't think anyone will come out this far.
Yeah.
You know, he lives in Canooden and he does all the houses. Oh, I didn't even know people came out to work here. It's so far out the way. And it's the same with South Woodham, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
It's like, he's a little bit out there.
Yeah.
And I think you're just going to have the same thing. But to say, like, well, I think you should definitely do it. It's on your doorstep.
Yeah, no,
like,
I know
why wouldn't you want?
Yeah.
Like where I live, Rayleigh, was notoriously one of my quieter areas. It's now my joint busiest.
Really?
Yeah. I checked the other day. I've got 45 customers in Rayleigh and 45 in Hockley, so they're neck and neck for first place.
That's incredible, man.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
So it's like, but that's good because like you want days where you just like barely leave the house.
As in barely leave the area?
Yeah, it's good for the fuel tank.
Good for the brain as well.
Yeah. The water stations in Rayleigh. Like that's a good day's money because your costs are low. You're at your first job in 30 seconds of leaving the house.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It is good when you do get good days like that sometimes.
I think you've got to tailor your business to how you want it to look.
Yeah.
Like some people prefer to go to more affluent areas than where they live because it's like, well, I only want the bigger houses. Well, so I'll hit, Billericay, I'll hit wherever. I'm sure there's a bunch of areas up there, Vic where there's just really big houses. And that might not be on your doorstep. So if that's what you're aiming for, that's what you're aiming for. But I think if you're just trying to grow your business, you need to think about costs, keeping costs low and getting as many customers as possible.
Yeah, but arguably,
all the areas.
Yeah, I know what you mean. But arguably, when you say keeping costs low, like, mate, what's the cost to like do the next town? Like fuel and a bit of time.
Yeah, but it's like if you're doing the next town every day, it's not just fuel one day, is it? It's fuel every day. Like in your next town might be 10 minutes. So it's 10 minutes there, 10 minutes back every day, 20 minutes driving, times by 5. That's 100 minutes a week of driving.
Yeah.
Where you could have done what, another 5 houses?
Mate, I
locally?
think you are going so much in detail. That is ridiculous.
That's how you grow a business, bro. You've got to go in detail.
Mate, how ridiculous is that? Mate, how ridiculous is that? 10 minutes. Yeah, but it's 10 minutes up the road, bro.
It's the things you've got to think about if you want to grow your business. I think that's such a stretch. Think about it, right? So, like Lee Pryor, 12,000 customers.
Yeah.
Right. If he increases efficiency by 1%,
yeah,
what does that mean for his business?
Multi-millionaire, trillionaire, gazillionaire, mate. Jeff Bezos.
Right. If he increases efficiency by 1% and he's doing £2 million a year, that's 20 grand he's just saved by changing 1%.
All right then. So streamline his business by 1% by what you're saying.
Yeah.
Do it then.
Well, I haven't got any of his details. How am I meant to advise him how to do that?
But I just think that's a stretch. I'm not coming at you. I'm coming at what you've said.
It's not a stretch. That's what happens when you grow a business.
No. I get it.
You've got to aim for those small little.
I agree.
You're changing your profit. So your profit margin is 15%. If you could make it 16%, and you could add another 20 grand a year. That's someone's wage.
Yeah, but ultimately, I know what you're saying. I get entirely.
You're not getting it. You're not getting it because you can't. You can't understand it because you've not experienced it.
No, I am. I know what you mean, but I think you're getting yourself muddled up. You can create efficiency by getting a better bit of kit, but going to a different area that's 10 minutes away. I just think like that's not where you like. Ultimately, you've always got to drive to that area.
No, you don't always have to drive to the area.
So would you bin an area then?
No, I'm not saying I'd bin it. I'm saying if your busier area is 10 minutes away, make the one 2 minutes away your busier area because that's going to increase your profit margin. On a scale of 1,000 customers, we're not talking 10 customers.
If it lends itself to it.
It does. Of course it lends itself to it. How can you say 1,000 visits to an area 2 minutes away
because
is
you might not live there. You might live... I don't know, you might live on a major road or something and it's like in the middle of nowhere. Do you know what I mean? Or am I really not getting this?
I'm going to kill myself in a minute.
Am I really not getting this?
Yeah, because we're not talking about wherever you live now, if your area where you live isn't one of your busier areas...
Try and make it your area.
Yeah, because only if you're thinking of growing your business, which you are... Yeah. So don't aim for a fucking... if some guy's gone, South Woodham's like wrapped up, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Don't believe him.
No, I know what you're saying.
Get out there and get your customers on your doorstep because when you times it by 1,000 customers, which is eventually what you want...
Yes, I know what you mean now.
The profit margins are much better.
I don't think you explained it that way. I'm going to
you're just fucking retarded, bro.
I don't think you explained that the first time around. The first time around, I was like, what is this dude talking about?
It's just been a long week.
It has, mate. It has.
I don't understand anything you're saying at the moment. I'm just talking to myself.
I'm not even here.
But yeah, so if you're trying to grow your bit, like if you're thinking of getting 300 customers, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
If you want 3,000 customers,
that makes total sense.
Because you're timesing everything by 100. So it's like if you're spending 20 quid a week more on fuel at 300 customers, at 3,000 customers, that might be £200 a week.
Well, it makes sense, mate.
Yeah.
It makes sense. Right, okay.
Which over the year is a big difference.
Yeah. Oh, mate, I totally agree about the 1%. If you can, mate, especially at that sort of level, if you can...
Yeah, but if you're planning to go to that level, you need to think about it now.
And implement
because it's so much harder to change stuff.
15,000 customers.
Like we were saying to Lee, weren't we? Like, just the logistics of him switching from Cleaner Planner to Squeegee would take him...
6 months, I think
you said something like that, wasn't it? And it's like... So guys, before we get back to the podcast, we just wanted to let you know about a new thing that we've added to the podcast to help support our travels, to support our getting guests on the podcast, and just to overall help us out a little bit with the running costs of a podcast.
And in return of your support, guys, we have put together the Uncleanables Community Hub. And this is a hub where like-minded individuals such as yourself can come together, you can share ideas, you can chat, you can discuss work, all different topics, all under one roof.
So it's super easy to join the community, guys. There's a link in the description below. Just click on that. It will take you through to our YouTube page. On the membership section, you can sign up there. Whether you're listening or watching, it will be in the description of the show notes.
And once again, thanks for your support, guys. Back to the podcast.
That's such a small change.
Yeah, massively.
But for 6 months, you're going to have to run both systems to make sure everything's flawless. Because if you lose 1% of whatever it is you're doing, you know, it's 120 customers. That's 10 times what you've got at the moment. He could lose by just not having his finger on the trigger.
12 times. I've lost one. No, I'm joking. Could you imagine? Oh, man.
You're not picked up anymore yet?
I picked up... No, not picked up. No more.
I thought you went out canvassing.
Yeah, no, I'm not. Not as of late, just because it's...
fucking miserable, isn't it?
It's not that. I ran into problems literally straight away.
Yeah.
What I noticed, I know this is going to sound so silly, but you know that day I said I'd done admin? So I rang a company, I rang a school. Oh, mate, what a funny... Did I tell the story about the woman at the gate?
I don't know if you told me or you told the podcast.
Shall I tell it again?
Yeah, go on.
So I was canvassing on the phone. Canvass a school, woman, I said, she said, yeah, come down, like, give us a quote. I said, yeah, all right, brilliant. Knock at the door. She says, oh, like, we'll be back in 45 minutes. She's on lunch. I thought, all right, I'll canvass. This was like, I don't know, Tuesday, midday-ish, yeah? So I'm obviously, would you reckon Tuesday at midday? No one told me. Yeah, so I'm like, right. So I'm just walking the streets at this point, like a lost puppy. Go up to the gate, knock on the door. The woman comes to the gate. She's like, oh, I can't let you in. I said, oh, like, I need to quote the windows. She went, yeah, I can't let you in because I don't know who you are. I went, mate, I'm a window cleaner. She's like, I know. She said, but like, this kid's here.
She was right to not let you in.
But I looked at her and I was like, I felt so uncomfortable. So uncomfortable in all my life. And yeah, so...
There's like one of those
it was
those videos. Who are you here to meet?
What, she said she was still one of that one. Oh, you mean the Predator program when he comes out? Who's that guy's name? Chris something.
Chris
Hansworth, yeah. But yeah, anyway, it was like, so I quoted it from the thingy. But yeah, the problem I found
Did you win that one?
No, she said, I'll give her the leaflet and everything. And she said she'll let us know, so I thought, all right, fair enough, but we'll see. But yeah, that's kind of it, really.
And any other big jobs? You quoted quite a few jobs.
Yeah, on the estimator at the minute.
Yeah, still nothing on them.
No, still nothing on them. Quoted the gutter empty. Gutter empty. Pressure washing. What was it? It's 1,400 square metres.
What, that same
meters,
job?
Yeah, 1,400 metres of walkway, which is massive. But yeah, 1,400 metres walkway, and then yeah, other bits and pieces, but nothing too major. I had a blinding result. I've got to say this, had an absolutely blinding result. You know them leaflets I said, we're working and you do 5 doors either side. Mm-hmm. Working on this house, the water pressure was awful, and it is bang. It's like, it's so weird. This house is almost like the street was built around it. It's a totally unique house where it is. It doesn't even
have been built around it.
It doesn't even face to the front. It's a diagonal, so it's a bungalow, but it's not sat looking here. It's actually pushed like a diagonal. It's the weirdest place. It looks incredible, right? I've done the pressure washing job on it, and the water pressure was bad. So I was out canvassing, yeah, and there was someone trying to put a a mattress into a motor, and I said, "Oh, do you want a hand with that?" He said, "Yeah, no worries." So I helped him load into it. I give him a leaflet. I said, "Look, I'm only working up the road." I said, "Take a leaflet if you need me for anything. Give us a buzz, mate." Literally walked back. His wife rings me. She said, "Oh, how much is it to pressure wash our driveway?" Bang, I only won and got it, and I was like, beautiful. Absolutely incredible. Just off those leaflets.
That's what you want, that's a win.
Just off those leaflets alone.
Paid for the leaflets.
Oh, the leaflets was paid almost one of the first times I ever used them. Yeah, so well worth doing the 5 doors. Well worth just knocking and just throwing them out there, for sure.
Yeah, I've got those leaflets printed, and I had a call back from them like day one.
We work the next door one.
Try, well, yeah, mine is slightly different. They're just about window cleaning, but same sort of concept. Yeah.
He said, "Yeah, mate, don't ever put anything through."
No. Someone called and was like, "Can I have a quote? Like, I got your leaflet." And I was like, yeah, sweet. Like, I've got another one on that road, so it's like they're all relatively the same size, so just quoted the same. And they were like, "Oh, the person we use now is cheaper, so we'll stick with them."
Mate, unbelievable.
But it's like £1 million house on a new build estate. They're like the 5, you get like 4 or 5 beds,
big
just
boys,
they put them in one position. It's like another one of them. And I'm like, wait, You're price shopping for fucking 30 quid.
Yeah, I was going to say, how much was your quote?
30 quid, I think, or 40 quid.
So you know the dude's like £28 or £38 or something.
But like, why even price shopping if you're happy? Like, surely, if you've got a house that big, time is something that you're not rich with.
I know what you mean.
Like, it's sorted, and the guy turns up. Like, why even bother trying to get a better quote?
Yeah, I know exactly.
It's not like you're spending £1,000. It's like 40 quid a month, or whatever, 30 quid a month. Like, people just. So it's surprising what you learn from people when you start marketing more, because you deal with more people.
How do you like, if you was to like draw a rule across everyone you know, what would you take as like the main census? Would you say people are horrible, people are kind, people are loving, people are trustworthy?
People don't give a shit,
mate. If I was to draw a line through everyone I've ever met, I wouldn't say they're kind.
No.
I've met very kind people, don't get me wrong.
But the average, yeah.
No, not at all.
I wouldn't say the average are nasty either.
No.
But it's like,
I'd say
they just don't care.
They're nonchalant. They're just like,
they don't care.
Yeah, totally.
Like this, I don't care.
Have you ever shown someone a job once you've done and you're so proud of it and you've gone, what do you reckon? They go, yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
And you're like, mate,
they don't care.
Bruv, anything. Just give me something, mate.
Pretend.
Just smile, geese. Mate,
just give me a cuddle.
Give me a cuddle. Oh.
Yeah, no, my wife does that.
Yeah, it is funny. It is quite funny.
Only when you're not crying.
What with the job?
Just with life.
But yeah, no, I'm definitely going to take it easy with the pressure washing at the minute.
You had enough.
It's just
good money though, isn't it?
Yeah, but I'm not. When I say take it easy, I don't mean like absolutely back to back the life out of it.
Just take what comes in though, surely.
I've had 3 come in this week, all from people I know. So that's why I haven't had hardly any new customers. Mm-hmm. But my pal's got a nice house in Rayleigh. He rang me up and he said, "Do you mind cleaning my driveway?" He's got a tarmac driveway, flagstones going up to his front door, side access, and then he's also got a patio. But then he wants the tarmac sealed as well. You know, like when you clean it up. I said, "Do you mind if I record it for a video?" He said, "No, far away." But it's a lovely, lovely house. So I thought, yeah, that'd be quite nice. I might even do a how-to on that.
Yeah.
How to ruin it. Yeah, so
it's just like get on the phone to me. Right, what can I do? Yeah.
Mate, can you just like make me a script? Yeah, so no, I'm pleased, mate. I'm pleased.
Mate, work's working. It's coming in. It's coming in.
It's crazy, isn't it? As soon as do you know what? It's funny. I was talking to a customer the other day, and he said, "How's work?" And I said, "Mate, do you know what?" I said, "When the sun comes out, it goes crazy." And he said, "Do you want to know something else?" And I went, "What?" He went, "My mate's a hairdresser," and he said exactly the same thing. As soon as the sun comes out, everyone wants a haircut.
Yeah, it's all going down the pub, isn't they?
It's mental, isn't it? It's like everything must just go crazy when the sun comes out.
Yeah, well, like it's like you spend more time outdoors, more reason to have your hair cut. Makes sense, doesn't it? I don't get why people spend more money in the summer though. It's just because you're happier, I guess.
I think you just do more things, to be honest with you. Talking about spending money, mate, we had a bit of a nightmare yesterday. It wasn't a nightmare, but tell me if you think this is a bit strong. Went into a restaurant, sat down. I'm not going to say where it was. Most mid-curry I've ever had in my life, right? The gaffy's unbelievable.
Mate, I'm going to have a curry tonight. You've just made
the most mid-curry I've ever gone and had, yeah? Walked in there. I paid over the odds for it as well. I thought it was quite dear. Sat down, bottles of water on the table, right? Already there. Obviously, bang.
Charged for him.
Mate, $4.95 for the water. I thought to myself, mate,
it's already on the table.
We looked at the receipt and I thought, how cheeky is that? Yeah. Do you not think that's cheeky?
That's well cheeky. I wouldn't pay that.
Mate, they've sucked a $5 off every table that sits down and just cracks that lid.
I'd have kicked off.
I was like, mate, seriously?
I'd have kicked off.
And then I had 3 beers, £20 I think, and I went, mates, really? It's like £7 a pint.
Yeah, no, I think that's pretty standard. Especially in an Indian, you do pay a little bit more for a pint. But the water on the table I'd draw the line there.
Yeah,
like if it's already on the table when you arrived, like that, for me, that's.
I said to the dude.
What do you call it?
Yeah, no,
like
it's
included.
Like, yeah, totally. Yeah, totally.
Like if it's already there.
I said to the dude as well. I said, what do you reckon of this? I don't really eat Indian food. I don't mind it, but it'll be the last thing I pick from a takeaway.
Yeah.
But I just had a hankering and I thought, come on, let's just go. Let's just have something else, something different. I said to the fella, what do you recommend? Yeah, because like I always get a chicken madras or like a prawn madras or something. I said, what do you recommend? He said, oh, this one's really, really nice. This is like the chef's favourite. I said, okay, we'll give it a go. And do you know what I hate more than anything? Call me just an old-fashioned git. I hate when it comes out and it's all smoking on that fucking little sizzling tray.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate it. It's just so poncy, isn't it? Don't you think? It's like, ooh, look at me, my dinner's really hot.
I don't really go out enough to experience it.
Mate, you do know the concept.
I know what you're
though.
talking about.
And it's like, he brings it over and you can't touch it because it's red hot and it's like, right, lovely. And now all my sinuses have exploded because I've got a load of chili powder up my, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying.
Dude, just bring it out. Just bring it out, bro.
Just plate it up.
Just plate it out, mate.
Yeah. Make the plate cold so I can fucking touch it.
It's like some science experiment is my dinner. So anyway, it come out like that and I just looked at my missus and shit, what's up? And I went, no, I hate all this stuff. I said, I just want to eat my dinner. But yeah, and it was all right. But it was 100.
You go out a bit, didn't you, to restaurants? You like the experience.
I love food, and I love cooking food. Food. I've always said this to people. If I'm ever a millionaire,
makes perfect sense that you go out quite a lot, then, doesn't it? If you love cooking food.
No, as in like I love people's take on things and bits and pieces like that. Do you know what I mean? So like I went to a Chinese with my pal the other day, and everything I had off the menu was different to what I've normally had.
Just trying new stuff.
Yeah, because I just like trying new stuff. So yeah, but
anal, should we do it later?
But yeah, so I'm actually going to somewhere pretty cool Monday. I'll go to Valencia on Monday. And they've got this I think I might actually vlog it. I'm not even joking. Because this is crazy, this festival, right? It's a festival called Fias.
Mate, just enjoy it.
You reckon?
You cannot enjoy something whilst you're vlogging it.
Can you not?
It's fucking, you're thinking about what clips to get, fucking angles of the camera.
Oh, is that? Oh, yeah, I suppose,
Just fucking enjoy it.
Yeah, I won't do it then. I'll take
also,
some photos.
no one gives a shit about you, so it's fine.
Mate, I've got like 44 subscribers. What are you talking about?
Bro, you've
Mate,
blown!
I'm blowing, mate. Are you mad?
You've gone viral,
Wait, merch
fam.
landing soon. Yeah, so no, I was. Do you know what it was more than anything? It wasn't to vlog.
It's cool. No, I get it. It's cool.
No,
like,
I don't think you understand how cool this festival is.
Yeah, I know, but I know the way your brain works.
Yeah,
like, you'd want to share that with me.
Oh, mate, I
get it.
Yeah, and you wouldn't care.
But just enjoy it.
Yeah, no, I will.
Just enjoy it. Also, like by the time you'll film it, you'll come back and you'll go, this ain't as good as it was in real life.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Like,
but I'll take some photos. I'll send it to you.
It will take away from your experience.
But what they do is they build these. I don't even know what they are. They're like caricatures.
Yeah.
I'll show you a photo before I leave. They're like caricatures. My pal lives there. I moved in there in November. I was saying it on the pod. And what they do is they build these caricatures, and it marks the end of winter and the start of spring or the start of summer. So everyone's letting off fireworks and that in the city centre, and then at the end of like a 3 or 4 day festival, they burn these caricatures, but in a town square. But like there's 3 or 4 going at once, or 5 or 6 or whatever. So like you can pick one and like hang around it, and all the fireworks going off.
That's wicked.
But in the middle of a town, like it's unbelievable to think. So yeah, so we're gonna do that. Little rooftop bar, mate, bit of tapas, red wine and that, couple of cigars.
How many days are you there for?
Fly there Monday. It's from Monday to it ends Wednesday, and then I fly back Thursday. Yeah. So yeah, and then straight back with a pressure washer on Friday. But yeah,
back to misery.
So it's all good in the hood, mate.
Good.
What about your week? What's it looking like?
I've got a roof scrape Monday.
Beautiful.
We've got to go back to a job that we done Wednesday or something to re-clean some windows. Got a big pressure washing job Tuesday.
How big?
So I filmed it last time. It's on my YouTube channel. It's big swimming pool. Like it's loads of different layers, but big swimming pool area at the top. Then like just lots of little paths all the way down. It goes down both sides. But she called me the other day. She was saying they need some repair work done to their slabs around the swimming pool. So just doesn't want that cleaned, but I'm going to talk to her when we get there and basically say it's not going to affect, as long as they're, they shouldn't make it dirty by repairing them. Should be just lifting them, slurrying them and putting them back down, sort of thing.
Yeah, you'd like to think so. They might be sending it. Mind you, as long as you hose it down after, which they normally do.
Yeah,
sweet,
and also my cost to come clean concrete off of your patio is very different to my cost to just clean it because it's grimy.
How would you clean concrete off it?
Well, potentially you'd need brick acid if it didn't come off with the pressure washer.
What, would brick acid lift cement?
Yeah.
Stains? Would it?
Yeah.
Would it not just lift everything off it as well?
Yeah. But it's lift the cement.
Gotcha.
That's what it's there for.
Gotcha.
So, yeah, so it's very, very different service, my point is.
Yeah,
so
no, totally.
It's like you can have it done now, or so we might be finishing earlier Tuesday. I'm going to try and pick up some more hypo Tuesday.
I think this is the last episode before the expo.
No, we've got one more.
You sure?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, otherwise you'd come back from Valencia and we'd have to go to the expo.
You're right, yeah.
Because this one's going to come out that weekend.
I think
you might be right.
I think I am right. Because this
Bro, is this the last one?
This would have been the fourth episode. This would have been the fourth advert I put in.
Before we're clapping cheeks at the expo. Yeah, it is.
That means I'm going to be tanned and ready.
You are going to.
For what? I don't know.
Yeah.
Mate, we're treating this like it's Marbella.
Mate, 3 days in the sun. You're like Irish little pasty boy, aren't you? You're going to come back red.
I ain't going to be tanned, mate.
You're going to come back burnt.
But no, this is the
Remember that
last
time
one.
you done like a 2-minute sunbed and you nearly died?
Bruv, I've still got the tan marks on my leg. I'm not even joking. I'll show you before we're done. Mate, when I get out of the shower and I wash my, obviously, bits in the shower, like my legs and that, there is
You can
like
still see
a
it.
strip. I'm not even joking. Anyway. But yeah, this is the last one.
There will be one out the weekend of the expo though.
On the Saturday.
Yeah, because we have to record that on the Monday.
But this is the last one, mate. This is the last one.
The expo will have finished, or be the last day of the expo.
We have finalised everything, guys. We are building a stage sort of thing, which
all
we
the
haven't
wood.
built yet. We've got all the wood. We're probably not going to do it today because.
Fucking nice. Half 5.
And then
Half
what
4.
we're going to do is we are going to have a spinny wheel. And if you spin the wheel, you can win
We've got
stuff.
lots of bits going on. We're going to do a raffle as well, haven't we?
We're going to do a raffle as well, yeah. We're going to do a raffle.
Dan's not on board with my raffle idea.
We got T-shirts. We got a mystery T-shirt, which we haven't disclosed yet, but get them because they're going to be gone quick.
Yeah, we've got T-shirts, giveaways, raffle, chat and shit.
Yeah.
It's going to be brilliant.
And if you want to come on to the podcast when you're at the expo, have a mint and brush your teeth. Because we are not going to be talking to people with bad breath.
Yeah, we're only making a 2. This is going to be about the same size as this, isn't it? 2
Yeah.
metres by 2 metres.
As my missus calls it, I think it's called halitosis, is bad breath.
Is it?
The actual name for it, yeah.
Well, you learn something new every day.
Should we wrap it up, big
I
man?
think we should.
Guys, thank you for watching another unbelievable episode of the Uncleanables podcast. Thank you for your ongoing support. Thank you for the guys in the Discord personally. We thank you. And we hope you enjoyed the... No, that's wrong. I was going to say I hope you enjoyed the expo.
Yeah, no, because they would have potentially been listening to this on the way home.
No, it wouldn't be. This is the last one before the expo. This is not the one that comes out while...
Oh, yeah, of course it's not.
So we will see you at the expo, guys.
Mate, it has been a long week, isn't it?
Yeah, mate, my brain is fried.
Yeah.
Fried. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, and Happy 21st birthday, Mum. No. Everyone take care. Remember, stay cleaning.